Hi everybody, welcome to Saxon's Hydrosphere. I'm Saxon and I love music and I love movies, and with this channel I wanted to create a space where both music and movie lovers can coexist. And today I'm here to talk to you about the new movie Prey.
Whatever did this, I can kill it.
So Prey is the newest installment of the Predator franchise, and surprisingly, this is my first time watching a Predator movie. I've not even seen the original. So from my understanding of the Predator franchise just through online chatter is that the general consensus is that the first movie is great and everything after that has just been kind of ranging from just alright to kind of bad. And now a week or two ago when this dropped on Disney Plus, I kept seeing praise after praise for this film, and with the understanding that this was set back in the 1700s and completely detached from the rest of the franchise, I decided to sit down and watch this one on a whim, and I'm happy to say that it was fantastic. It's a gripping, exciting, character-driven underdog story with a lot of intensity and suspense. First of all, I just wanted to talk about the cinematography because this film was gorgeous in pretty much every single frame. The locations were absolutely stunning, and I read afterwards that they actually shot this in Canada, which is a place that I've always wanted to visit, and this film only solidified that more. It actually reminded me in places visually a little bit of The Revenant, which is one of my favourite movies, with the way that the locations were used and the environments used really heavily contributed towards the emotional experience when watching this film. When you need to feel claustrophobic and lost, you're surrounded by woodland, and when you need to feel a sense of fear and paranoia, you're cloaked in mist or darkness. And when you need to get a sense of adventure and grandeur, you get these stunning wide shots of these mountains just dwarfing our lead character. And then in terms of the actual filming, the way that the camera is used always serves the subject of the shot excellently. And this is something that really helped in taking the time to reveal the predator slowly to us and building up this immense sense of dread in our minds. So the journey and arc of our main character Naru is pretty much the young girl is aspiring to be something she's not supposed to be and has to prove to her peers that she is actually capable of achieving her ambitions. Which of course is a story beat that we've seen time and time again, but I do think that this film handles this excellently. Especially in today's era when this kind of narrative is used to force social politics into films where they're really not needed or wanted, which isn't really a topic that I want to get into, but my point is, despite being a popular arc for a protagonist, it's executed perfectly here with the right amount of setup and payoff and a victory that feels really earned and not being too in your face or on the nose with the theme of women can be just as good if not better than men. Which brings me to Amber Midthunder as Naru, who absolutely killed it here. You're right there beside her through every step of her story, going from a decent tracker but naive hunter to a real cunning and formidable badass by the end of the movie. And I actually think that my favourite action sequence in this film had nothing to do with the predator at all. But when Naru sneaks into that French camp to rescue her dog Sari and, spoiler alert, just rips through the entire gang like they were nothing. And that's not to say that the action surrounding the predator was lackluster either. There was some real terrifying and gruesome scenes with this guy, and they did a great job of really making you wonder just how they were going to stop this thing. Which makes for the final confrontation between Naru and the predator all the more satisfying and impactful. And like I said, the emotional payoff at the end was great. I finished this film feeling very full and very content and satisfied. And finally, having this film set in the Comanche Nation in the 1700s was brilliant. Being able to go back in time way before modern technology when humans had to hunt for food in very feral and animalistic styles. You know, like having to stalk the animal before attacking and using bows and knives and spears and all that kind of thing. Pairing that with the premise of this hunter alien coming to Earth to climb its way up the predatorial chain was just fantastic and made for a really good story, and I loved it. So I'm also now looking forward to going back and actually watching the original with the knowledge of this effective prequel in my mind. And I'll probably go and watch the sequels as well, despite having heard a lot of negatives about them. But anyway, back to Prey, and I'm happy to say that this was one of the better films that I've seen this year, and I'd really recommend it if you love your suspense, action, horror movies. And like me, I don't think you have to have the knowledge of the other films to appreciate this one. It is a great time just on its own. So thanks for watching my review. Let me know what you thought of Prey down below, and remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of my videos. I'm going to leave you with my song of the day now, and tying in with the theme of Prey, I'm going to go for Hunter's Moon by Ghost from their new album Impera, which incidentally I do have a review for right up there. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.